everyone, welcome back. This is Denise, and we just finished painting these, and I'm going to paint another one bigger. We're going to do the bigger ones. So I'm going to, before I put these paints away for good, I'll go ahead and have those out and ready to paint two bigger ones. So this is my inspiration, color card 840 from Color Cube Volume 4. This is from the new set of color cubes by Sarah Renee Clark. So I do link these in the description along with my favorites page down there. So if you're looking for supplies that I use the most and stuff, you'll find that description page down below. And I was so inspired by these two and had so much fun painting these that I wanted to do two bigger, so I went ahead and left all my paint supplies out, and we are going to go ahead and split this into two because I want to paint a little twofer today and just see what we can create after being inspired by these minis. And this is a little tape I got off of Amazon, so you'll find this in my favorite supplies on Amazon. I think I've tagged it in there. And it's like a, I think it was Holbein, but I could be wrong. And it is a, it's kind of like a washi tape is what it feels like. It's thinner than the painter's tape, so there is a lot on that little thing than I was even thinking there was. And there we go. I'm using the Bao Hong 12.2 inch by 8.3 inch 100% cotton paper for this, and that line might be crooked, but yeah, I think it is crooked. Here we go. I don't get stuck on, there we go, I'm exacty, but I don't want to do it crooked on purpose necessarily. And I liked starting with that green, so let's just start with that green. I need a little more of that out there. And I'm using my 3/4 inch square wash brush here. A little bit of water, a whole lot of paint is what I'm going for on this. And I just want to make two big abstract pieces along the same lines of those little ones that I did. And it's fun to see how it translates as we move from one size to the next. And then if I moved up to the next size, which I don't normally do anymore because I just enjoy doing this size and showing up to paint with you guys, not necessarily try to create big pieces of art that I then have to store because I'm not interested in selling art. I like making this size. It's fun. It gets me to show up and play and experiment and just enjoy the painting process. So I am just kind of playing here. Let's go back into this other green. But yeah, if I were to take this up to the next size, I would just upsize my equipment, my brush. I'd start with a bigger brush and get bigger swashes of color to begin with. You just have to play and practice with that. A lot of people are like, how do I go bigger? Use bigger stuff, bigger things to paint with, bigger piece of paper. Just scale things up accordingly. You know, kind of think of it in your mind as you were painting. Kind of like if you scanned it in and blew it up, you can see how things get bigger. Think of that way when you're painting too, like, oh, I need bigger stuff to get that look if I'm gonna get it right here at the paint part of that. Okay, I do actually need some more of these colors out. This is the same 127 pink, 47 leaf green, 44 moss green. These are the Shinhan Gouache, number 80 aqua blue, 83 turquoise, and 162 permanent white. Same colors I was using in the little 6 grid that we just finished in the last video, or before this video. Depends on where they get in line. In the video queue that I've got. There we go. Now I got the colors out here. All right, let's move on into blue green here. Blue. Moving to blue. I've already done green. And I scrub my brushes. I just like doing that. I like to paint like that. That's my own preference. You certainly don't have to beat your brushes up the way I do, but let me tell you, I've been using these brushes for a long time and they have held up just fine scrubbing with them. And sometimes that makes like a good brush to work with when it's old and scrubbed up later. So I don't worry about my supplies. If you have to worry about messing up your brushes or your supplies, or that supply was expensive and you're afraid to use it, then you're never going to create enough to get to the point where you're like, ooh, this is so good. So you gotta get to the point where you're not afraid to use and abuse your art supplies. And I'm to that point. I don't worry about it. If I mess up a brush, then I'll use it messed up. I don't even care. It's fun because I paint in a way that's real scrubby anyway. So a beat up brush is good. It's good for me. I like them. Ooh, I'm going to get some good texture right there. I'm going to get some good texture. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's fiddle in with some pink. Let's come back with some pink. Because that was kind of an interesting pop of color that I definitely would not have thought to use myself. We would not have gotten these with a pop of pink in any version of what palette I might pick out for us. That's exactly why doing these color challenges and picking out whatever looks the craziest in your mind, that was my goal sometimes, was like, which is the craziest palette in here? That's the one I want to paint today. That got me way outside of my comfort zone, and then getting into the mindset of, okay, these are crazy colors, what can I create with them? Definitely up to my enjoyment of creating way more than anything else that I have done in my long art career. Because it has been long. I was an interior designer and I did lots of art and design in that for all the years, and I was a photographer, and I always played with art supplies at my art table. But these past couple years doing art videos and art classes have really upped my game in showing up for my art practice better than anything else I've ever done. You know, because I had art classes way back in high school and had lots of them in college and studied plenty of them, and I like to do master studies, and so I enjoy all the years of art. Ooh, I didn't do this before. Let's get some lines in here. But never have I showed up on a consistent basis like I have in the last decade. With the photography, I was just in one long 365-day project. Basically, I showed up every day, I created every day, I posted every day. And now with the art, this is the 4th year of seriously switching from photography to art as far as like YouTube and classes and stuff. YouTube's only been going a couple years. That was added after. But yeah, this is the most in my whole life that I've showed up consistently every day, did something every day to build that business or build that creative practice, or just showed up to paint and hang out and enjoy. This is the best I've ever done in my whole life. Okay, I like this. I like this. I'm feeling like some white dots might be good. Where's my shelf liner? I just had it. Where did I put it? Oh, it fell on the floor. I'm like, where could it go? There's only this much space. Alright, less water on the brush. Let's see if we can get some good dots going here. Let's, ooh, yes. Okay, I like that. That's good. I like it. I like it. Yes, okay, there we go. I like that. Good job. Good job. Okay, I'm down with that. Now I just need to decide. Do we need anything else? Are we kind of there? Do we like where that's gone for today? I kind of do. You know, we could, which I didn't do on the last set, we could go ahead and dry this, and then we could do any extra mark making that we wanted to do. So let's dry this. Okay, so I was sitting there thinking while I was drying it, and we could come in here with some color. I also feel like we could come in here with some graphite, because graphite's kind of dark, like black, but not quite black. So I'm going to use one of my matte pencils. Faber-Castell's 14B matte graphite and my Blackwing matte graphite are some of my favorite. And I feel like I'm going to do some line marking down this green stripe. Doesn't have to be anything big, just a consistent texture or pattern going through there, because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it today. And then maybe some color, some kind of, maybe a dot or something possibly, or maybe not. I'm just thinking out loud. And I'm just using the colors separations themselves to determine where I'm putting these marks. So no rhyme or reason other than I thought, ooh, right down that green stripe. Just follow that thought. If that's the thought that pops in your mind, like what if I did this down that green stripe, follow that and do it. That's your initial inspiration. And I want you to follow that and just see, like, where did that go? Did you like it? Would you do it again? I actually, oh my gosh, I love that. Good thought. Now, because I did that in the green, how about if I go ahead and do that in the green on this one, but you'll notice like all the greens are in a different place. So it'll give me a companion piece without being identical to the other piece. I like that, companion pieces, when you do a little twofer like this, and they can be sold separately or they could be together and they can frame and hang by side. I mean, you got a lot of choices there when you have pieces that kind of match but they're slightly different, and I like that. But you can tell they go together because the colors go together. Your mark making kind of goes together. You're kind of pulling the elements together that kind of do like the same but different. Okay, I like that a lot. Now I'm kind of wondering, in the Monyo pastels, which are my favorite oil pastels, is there a pink in here that matches the pink that we used? Yeah, like I think that's it right there. Let's see. Let's get a little piece of paper and see. Oh yes, that is the color. So do I want to have a random mark or some dots? What do I want to have here? Let's scoot this back down because I just want the pink. I don't want any other color, I don't think. So I could come through with some marks. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling that. What do you think? Okay, we're just going to do it because that's what I'm thinking. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic, just something a little fun to throw a shape in there. Okay, I like that. And then over here I could do more mark or I could do some dots. Let's just, because I had that thought, let's just do it. Oh, maybe not dot. Maybe it's going to be long line. Ha ha ha. Alright, totally didn't, my hand and my mind didn't do the same thing. But But that was actually what I think I was meant to have right there. Yes, on the oil pastel, you will have to use oil pastel fixative and fix that. Sennelier is the one that I use, oil pastel fixative, because if these sticks never dry, this never dries. So kind of stands to reason, if you want that to dry, you're gonna have to fix it. I like that a lot. Let's just go on off the paper down here. And I like the vibrancy of pigment and the thickness and the texture that I get by adding this different supply than the other stuff that we've used. Okay, that was a good choice. I could just kind of come up here with a little mark so it's in more than one place. Now I almost want some of those over here. Do we want some of these over here? I kind of do. Even though I did the marks, now I liked those so much that I feel like we needed to translate them right on into the other piece. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think I'm there. Okay, I think I'm there. Look how good these look. Let's peel the tape. Let's just peel the tape. Oh, you know what I should have done? Cut these in half. Sometimes I cut these in half before I get started. Didn't think of that. That's okay. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Now I almost want to go back and put some pink oil pastel on the little ones. I usually don't revisit pieces of art. You certainly could, but I don't usually do that. But man, when you got an idea that you scaled up and then you're like, whoa, so good. We'll use a piece of dry wax paper to maybe keep that oil pastel off my ruler. I'm getting smarter. Otherwise, I get oil pastel everywhere, and then it shows up on all the next things that we do because that's the way we roll. There we go. Alright, that'll keep my ruler clean. And if we had cut this in half before we painted, they definitely would have been the same size. That's okay. I don't even care. Look at these. Oh my gosh. And look at that worked out with our card, 840. Super fun. Oh my gosh. Look at these. Super fun. Hope you enjoyed hanging out and painting with me today, and I'll see you guys next time.